see Kodaline in St. Anne's Park. I'm so excited.
Baby, I can truly it was coming to make you laugh. It's so lucky, I don't know what to say. Running out of money, I've been wasting away. I've never seen it coming, never seen a thing. Baby, I can truly it was coming to make we fall down, we fall down, we fall down. I'll be ready to go.
Hello. Okay, so it is now Monday, but we are off clinics today because it's a bank holiday in Ireland. So let me just fill you in on what we did over the weekend. So Friday, we had our orientation day at the DSPCA, and we finished there at about 2, got back to campus around a little before 3, and then I actually went to one of the banks on campus to pay rent, and I need to open an Irish account. I gotta do that at some point, if I ever have time, I gotta do that. But then Allison and I went and saw Kodaline in St. Anne's Park, sorry. It's on the north side of the city, and one of my favorite bands. I think I talked a little bit about them in my first vlog. Amazing. We took the DART, which is the Dublin train, basically. It was super easy. We got off at a stop. It was about a 20-minute walk, really more like 40 minutes because it was a really long walkway to get into the park. But I have some footage from the concert I can add in there, but the park was an open concept, and there are a lot of food vendors and beer vendors on the side, and there's so many teenagers there. I felt like such a grandma in my very long maxi dress. It was kind of conservative compared to what some of these kids were wearing, but the show was awesome. And so we did that Friday night. As you can tell, I'm a little sick. Saturday, Allison and I kind of just rested and just kind of laid low, and didn't really do much this weekend, especially Saturday. Yesterday I didn't film because I wasn't feeling that great either, but it was a beautiful day here, and we ended up going to Howth. We took the DART again up to the very last stop of that village, and it's just a really cool fishing village, and there's a nice cliff walk, and it was so nice outside. So we went up there for a few hours, had some fish and chips for lunch, and just kind of did the cliff walk, and we took some pictures and some cool footage, which I can include in the vlog as well. I just didn't talk much because I just was not feeling too great, and you can tell I'm still a little stuffy today. So this morning, Allison and I went to brunch at this cute little place around the corner, and now I'm back in my room. I'm looking up some stuff for this week with regards to anesthesia, and we're doing some spays and castrations at the DSPCA tomorrow through Thursday. So I'm trying to prepare for that. But yeah, so that's what we're kind of up to this week. Hopefully I can shake this cold and feel better. I think everything just kind of caught up to me from the traveling and the constant go the last few weeks. And so I we kind of just stuck around Dublin and did a couple of things, but we kind of just took it easy because we've been kind of on the run as long as we've been here, basically. But yeah, so this is kind of boring, but I just thought I'd check in and let y'all know what's been up. So on that note, I can briefly show you what I'm doing here and what I'm looking at. But yeah, other than that, I'll show you here. Okay. Hold on. So I'm double nerding out here. So the people in my rotation made a Google Drive, and they have some anesthesia stuff that they've learned about the machine that I'm going to look over, and I'm going to compare it to my own. But I also have the Plums app, which is awesome. Any vet students, I highly recommend getting the app on your phone or your iPad, and it's a really great resource. You can look up any drug really, and you can look at, what type of drug it is, the effects, indications, the contraindications. So I'm just kind of doing that. I'm probably going to watch some videos again just on how to do procedures. I got a little notebook here. I wish I had a bigger notebook, but the school supply store is closed today because it's the bank holiday. And you know I always got to have chocolate in my life. And I've got Mr. Finley hanging out with me. And I've got some water. So that's just kind of my setup for this afternoon. And yeah, so I'll check in later. Bye.
Would you be able to take care of it though?
Look at the seal.
Hello,
Good
party
morning.
people. What's up?
What are we doing today, Allie?
Today we are going to Blarney Castle.
We're gonna leave our DNA on some rocks.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Doing the Blarney Stone thing.
Oh God, my finger's in the way. Ugh, I'm such an amateur. We're waiting for the dart. We're taking the dart into the city center, and we're doing a paddy wagon tour. So we're gonna have this obnoxious green bus, but
It's gonna be great.
it's gonna be great. But we're just hoping we stop for coffee.
Oh God, I'm so tired.
Yeah. There's this coffee shop where we live, and there's a sign that said it was open, and we walked in and they looked at us like we had 7 heads. They're like, "We're not ready yet," and I'm like,
All I want is coffee, and he's like, it's another 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't got that kind of time.
"Ain't nobody got time for that."
Turns out we did though.
Yeah, we actually
We got
kinda
here
did.
pretty early,
But
unfortunately.
I know, I'm sorry. We didn't want to be late. But all right, we'll check in later. Bye. Hey, we're at the Rock of Cashel. And silly me thought it was just literally a rock, but nope, there is a castle on top. Here we go. So cool. Walking up the hill now. Oh, this is so cool. And the sun's out. Alright, we're at the Rock of Cashel in Tipperary. It's sunny and lovely and gorgeous. And it's back up there. Oh, I thought it was just gonna be an actual rock, and then we pulled up and there's an old castle abbey on top, so that was a pretty cool, pleasant surprise. So yeah, so it's lovely here, and I'm very excited.
Did you see that view? Did you show them that?
Oh no, I will, hold on. And here's the view that we have right now. So they said the King of Munster used to reside here, and he had a pretty sick view, I think. So
I haven't talked to this girl with 55 minutes since she's broken window, and I feel bad.
there's the Blarney Castle. Go leave our DNA on a rock. Okay, so we got here and the line to the castle is insane. So there's a couple of other cruise ships in, and it's really beautiful here, but like the line is crazy and we only have like an hour and a half here. So Allison and I made a friend, she's from Brazil, she's kind of hanging out with us. We just are gonna walk around the garden here and get some lunch, but I just feel really bad because they've never done it before, and I've done it a few years ago when I came with my family and it was cool, but oh, the line is insane, so I just feel really bad. But we're gonna walk around the garden here and I'll take some footage of that, and we're gonna grab some lunch. And then I think after that we're actually going to Cork as well, which I didn't realize. So stay tuned.
Oh no. Rocks all around me.
Lead the way, Allie. I'm just following, as per usual.
I'm just gonna wander.
Not all who wander are lost.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Where's Allie? Alright, so we may not be at the Blarney Castle, but there's some pretty cool walking areas. A lot of plants.
There she is, yep.
Pretty cool.
What up?
And we got a climber here.
Sitting on a chimney.
It is a chimney. Don't fall down the hole. Alright, we're at the wishing steps now.
Ooh, here's the witch's kitchen. Before we go down,
The witch's kitchen?
you're supposed to go down and back up with your eyes closed.
Oh, so I can't film this.
If you can. And then your wish will be granted within
Ooh.
a year.
Oh, I might have to do that
Put
then.
it before I close my eyes. Okay, they're closed. How do I know you're telling the truth? Uh-huh.
If you see me fall, you'll know I'm telling the truth,
True.
right?
Oh, your wishes are coming true.
Am I there yet?
No, you still got a couple more stairs.
Four more to go. Four more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hug me, hug me, hug me, hug me.
Hi. So, it is Friday night. I just finished my first week in small animal surgery. So, this was my first week in the veterinary teaching hospital at UCD. I am so tired, to say the least. Not sure if it's because of the crazy week we've had with a lot going on, and also the fact that I just went out for a pint of Guinness with Allison. So that kind of made me feel extra sleepy too. But I am tired, to say the least. So I'll just recap on this week. So my first day in the hospital, there's 6 of us girls on this rotation, and they're awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better group of girls to work with. It was kind of overwhelming how much they threw at us, and over the weekend, we were kind of told on Mondays the students do spays and castrations, so we all kind of brushed up on spays and castrations. Well, we got there Monday. There was only 1 castration, and there was an intrahepatic shunt surgery and a total ear canal ablation and boa osteotomy. So, one of the girls took the castration. Allison actually took the shunt, and then I went in on a total ear canal ablation. To say I was shook is an understatement. I had, an hour or two maybe to prepare. And I went into surgery with the resident and the clinician late in the day. Like, I probably didn't go in until almost 4. So it was a little, I was really nervous to go into the operating room. I was trying to remember all my anatomy of the ear, and I think they kind of realized that I was nervous and it was the first day, and so they didn't expect us to have prepared that much for it. So I actually didn't really get asked a lot of questions. I just kind of, it was a really cool procedure to see, but I just handed instruments and said a couple occasional things. But this patient I had in particular had a multi-drug resistant chronic otitis infections. So she actually was in an isolation ward. So I had to do proper protective gear. So I had to gown and glove up and put special boot covers on and the whole 9 yards to go take care of this patient. But I got really attached to her. And it was pretty cool when she was discharged last night. My second case, I had a patient with just a bunch of cutaneous mass removals, and we did them over 2 days with just sedation and local anesthetic blocks. Nothing too crazy. Again, got really attached to that patient as well, but also it was discharged last night. So today I actually didn't have any cases. And but what you can do is when you don't have a case or a consult or anything, you can go in and watch other surgeries. So that's what I actually did today. It's just long days in the hospital. You're on your feet a lot. You don't really get a break. And your clinics you're constantly researching your case. And it's pretty cool because you're taking responsibility for these patients, and you're the ones, monitoring them, checking them, coming up with their treatment plans and calculating their dosages and stuff. And you type up reports and you write SOAPs, and you're the ones going over them with your residents and the clinicians. And in rounds, and rounds are kind of intimidating, but it's really cool. People looking in on the outside, I'm sure, are like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. It's like Grey's Anatomy, and these people are so smart. But let me tell you, as a final year vet student in rounds, you are like, what is going on? But everyone's in rounds. The clinician, the residents, the interns, the final year students, the nurses. And it's super important that you know what is going on with your case, and you're the one presenting it. And so I was so overwhelmed the first day in the hospital. I went home and cried that night. My mom sent me a text message and was like, how was your day? And I had just crawled into bed after typing up a surgery report and discharge instructions, and I wasn't sure if this was correct or, what the clinician or the resident was looking for. And I just read the message and just cried. I was so overwhelmed. It was such a crazy day. I didn't leave the hospital. I was there for about 14 hours. It was just a lot going on. But, it all was worth it. Wednesday, I presented my total ear canal ablation case, and, I gave the update on it and the treatment plan and what we had been doing. And my clinician is a very intimidating lady. She's not very big in size, but she is a force to be reckoned with. And I presented the case, and the resident was like, and she says, excellent job. And those two little words, made my week. That was what I needed to keep going. So the first week has been pretty good. We didn't realize, me and the 5 other girls on this rotation, that for small animal we're also on call. We also need to go in and check on the patients. So I'm not actually due to go in until Sunday. And I'll be in Sunday from 7:15 to noonish. And potentially, if an emergency comes in, I need to get to the hospital. So I'm off tomorrow. So the plan tomorrow is, I have a lot to do, actually. I need to update my case log. I need to study for the NAVLE. I need to register for the NAVLE this November or December. I think it's in December in Ireland. I have some stuff to figure out tomorrow. So I think I'm going to actually go into the city center and find another coffee shop and kind of hunker down and work. And I think Allison might meet me, so I think I'll take you guys with me tomorrow, and you can kind of see how I get around here, and you can take a little bit of footage on the bus and where I'm walking and all of that. But yeah, this week has been crazy. But next week I also need to prepare. When I'm at this coffee shop, it's orthopedic week, so we have some pretty cool orthopedic and possibly neurologic cases coming in. And so I'm a little nervous about that, because orthopedics were a little bit harder for me to understand when I took small animal surgery a couple semesters ago. But it should be pretty cool. So that's where I'm at tonight. I'm super tired. I really just want to go to bed, and but I'm satisfied. I'm exhausted, but I love the people I'm working with. I love the group of girls. We're all so supportive of each other. We go in and take notes on each other's surgeries if we have a chance to help, help that person out when they're writing their surgical report, help them remember things. And we just have fun together. We just, always helping each other out, put a smile on each other's faces, and keep positive. So I'm really thankful to work with these girls. And the residents have been helpful. They said we've all been doing really well this week, and we have a really awesome intern who's been helping us. So hopefully we just carry over this good morale and our work ethic to next week, and we get out of small animal surgery in one piece and then large animal surgery after that, and that's a whole nother story. So yeah, so this is kind of a rambly bit of the vlog and really boring, but that's clinics. It's exhausting, but it's really cool to finally put everything we've learned together, and you see these procedures that you get lectured on, and it's really cool to work up a case. And honestly, the best part for me is the patients, and watching them recover, and sending them home. Even though you get attached to them, the goal is to send them home to their families, you know? So yeah, so on that note, happy Friday. Had a Guinness for you all, and I will check in tomorrow, and if you want to come with me in my new city. So, okay, good night. Hello, happy Saturday. So I'm downtown Dublin. I'm on Grafton Street, and I just realized that this afternoon I don't have to go in to the hospital tomorrow morning. So two of my rotation mates just told me that. So I'm out exploring the city. I just had coffee and did a little bit of Navally prep at this really cute little coffee shop on Grafton Street. And since I don't have to go in and it's a really nice day, I'm gonna go exploring. So I'm off to Sweeney's Pharmacy, which I'm a huge book nerd, in case you haven't realized that about me. I love James Joyce. He's one of my favorite writers, and this pharmacy was referenced quite a lot in Ulysses. Haven't read Ulysses. It's very difficult to read, but there's a lot of cool references that James Joyce does in Dublin. He's a Dubliner. He actually moved away from Dublin as an adult and never moved back here, but all of his novels and his stories always took place in Dublin, and there's a lot of places today that are still around that he referenced, so I just think that's really cool. So I'm off to that pharmacy just to take a look around, and then I think there's a cool vintage bookshop. I was going to go see the Book of Kells, but the tours are all booked, so I might do that tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just gonna kind of see where the day takes me and just be a city girl today, so stay with me. All right, here it is.
He was facing
I just realized I didn't film at all when I was in the bookstore, and I ran another errand after that too, but I didn't film any of that. But you saw me walking on the Halfpenny Bridge, and you saw a little bit of O'Connell Street and a couple of little nooks and alleys. So I'm back home now. It's sunny out, which is pretty rare in Ireland, so I'm thinking I'm going on another walk for a little bit and then coming back in to study. So I won't share what I picked up at the bookstore because I'm going to be sending things to some people. But it was really cute inside, and tomorrow's Bloomsday. which a lot of people get really into it here, and they dress up in character from Ulysses, and they're all about the James Joyce stuff. So that was kind of cool to see. But yeah, so that's just wrapping up this vlog. Sorry, it was a lot of me just sitting here talking, I felt like, but thanks for coming into the city with me and getting a little taste of what, you know, my life is like here. So stay tuned for more content and more things Ireland and hopefully other places very soon. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye.